How's it going, ladies and gents? Hopefully you're always having a good day, night, morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever you're at. Since I took and threw photos of this up on Facebook, I figured I'd take and do a video of it. I'm also using my new phone in 4K, so we'll see how this pans out. But anyway, I figured I'd do a little video of it to explain things a bit better. This is my new water chiller for my rig, which is right there. And there it is right there. It is a touch screen. There's my inlet, my outlet, and it's got a 1 micrometer, I think that's what it's, no, 1 micron water filter in it. So how this works all together is this is dedicated to my CPU only. Well, my CPU and my RAM is how it's set up inside the rig. Is my inlet comes in from the system from the back into my Iceman water block for my RAM, goes through the RAM water block, comes out of the bottom, goes into the bottom of my Iceman. Both these are direct die, so direct die RAM cooling, direct die water block for my 14900 KF. So it comes in from the top here, shoots into the top of my Iceman water block, comes down, comes out, goes into the bottom of the CPU water block, out the top of the CPU water block, into my radiator on top here. Stupid fan. Goes through the radiator, then it shoots out the back, which, again, I'm going to explain this really quick down here, which I apologize for the mess of wires and my floor being destroyed. Haven't had a chance to clean things up much since I installed this. But these hoses came with these hoses came with the water chiller. This is an ice bath water chiller. It's meant for people to have ice bath for like muscle recovery, stuff like that, actual medical. So it packs a little bit more of a punch than your standard water chiller, but that's neither here nor there. It does come with these plastic hoses with the foam on it. It comes with these fittings as well. Comes with the hose clamps. Comes with all that. But yeah, so how I've actually got it hooked up is there's actually 2 different ways you can hook these things up when they get shipped to you. But the way that I've got it hooked up, which is very simple, is my return line from the back of the computer, which is right here. I got it going into the bottom of the filter, which is right here. It goes in there, and then I don't know how it works inside of here, but after it goes through the filtration system, it goes into this pump here, which comes out of here, shoots up through here, puts it down into the system down here, and it does its thing in here, comes out here, then it goes up to the back of the system here, which I will show you. Which the bottom one here, this is my inlet for my CPU, and this is my return line. So obviously I can't show you what's going on in back here, but to go on that aspect of it, when it goes in through the bottom, it passes through right there. Stupid fan. It comes out the back right there, if you can see it, and then it comes down through this line here, and again through the top of the my direct die Iceman water block for my RAM. Goes down to the bottom, comes out, goes into the bottom of the CPU water block, goes out the top into the radiator, goes around, does its thing, comes out the back here, and then shoots to the return line and back, which is your outlet, which is the top one, which then goes back down, which is right here, then shoots into the bottom there. And that's pretty much how that works, which that's pretty much that on that end. And the rig is up and running right now. As you can see, it is up and running right now, which is actually shocking, which I'm actually really shocked, because this is my water, my reservoir for my CPU, and as you can see, it is on. No, I haven't topped it off yet, but as you can see, it is on. This is the DDC pump. This damn fans, man, I swear to God. But this is my CPU. This is my CPU reservoir. And I'm actually really shocked because this is my EK DDC pump, the Elite DDC pump. This is actually not even up to 50% when it's up and running, okay, which it is right now. Not even up to 50%, and it's got the power to push the water through all this stuff here, then deal with all this and go right back into the system. But as you can see, I do not need the chiller on to run the rig. And if I do want to run it, which I will show you how loud it is, which I will admit it is a little loud, but it's one of those cases where you got to give to get. The little power switch is here on the back, and that's pretty much it. There it is, up and running. It's on 68 now. But if I want to drop it down, I hit set. When it blinks, which, come on, there we go. See, it's set on 50. Now I go all the way down to 32 if I want. That'd be 32 degrees Celsius, which 32 degrees Celsius is like 5 Celsius. That's the water temperature now. And as it goes down, this will go down. If I push set again, come on, there we go. That's where I want it to go to. Push set to lock it in, and that's it. It's at 68. So say I want my water temperature to be at 45. I'll push it till that flashes. Then I'll go up to 45. Come on. Then I lock it in, and that's it. Now if I want to check to make sure it went in, I go to set it again. It's at 45. I leave it. There you go. Now it'll drop this down to 45. Now this doesn't happen really fast. Just to give you a heads up, like it's at 68 now. To get down to 45 will take me about 45 minutes to a half hour roughly. But that's the kicker though, is when it gets down to 45, it'll hold it there, which is good. But as you can hear it, which I'm gonna take, and I have the fan on my AC now, but I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna turn that off. Which that's it. This is the noise of the chiller. It gets no louder at all, but when it does get the temperature, which I'll take it, I'll crank it up to show you when it gets the temperature what happens. There. That's what happens when it gets the temperature. So when it gets the temperature, it turns off, but it stays on. So it's more or less like idle. And then when it climbs past, like there's 66 now. So if I take it and I go below 66, it should kick on. There's 66, 65. Okay, it'll be 64. So it's 2 degrees lower. So if I go back up to 67, it should go 66. There's the so-called set point. 66 goes off. If I go below it, 2 degrees, it kicks on. And that'll be that. But I'm going to drop this back down to 48, because if I go at 48, it always goes 2 degrees higher for the temperature. So if I do 48, it'll bring the water temperature to set to 50. But yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much that. And if I want to turn it off, I just turn it off. And now if I go back up to the top here, as you can see, the system's still running with no problem. Now if I turn it back on, all it does is, as you can see, that increase in that water pressure. That's it. Because now I got 2 pumps running. I got the DDC pump down there running it, and then I got this pump here running it. It's the 2 pumps. So if I turn it off, you'll see that water pressure go down a little bit, because it goes from the pump on the chiller. When I turn it off, that pump stops working, and then it's just a DDC pump. So when I turn it off, you'll see now. See how the water pressure changes? Because now it's only running off the DDC pump in the rig. If I turn the chiller back on, the DDC pump still works. It still runs, does not stop, but then the pump on the chiller kicks in, which, there you go. You see the increase? There you go. Now if I turn it off, there you go. But yeah, that's pretty much that. I'm not even really going to talk about the whole condensation gig, because I mean, I've been not bragging on anything of how long I've been doing this, whatever, but this isn't my first rodeo. It is what it is. People are going to say what they're going to say. I really don't care at this point in time. It's whatever. If people check my videos on my YouTube or my post to groups, they would see that this is not my first rodeo. So it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much that. Almost 10 minutes in. Yeah, what I'm going to take and do is I plan on running this chiller for a few weeks to maybe about a month or whatever, see how much I like it. If I like it, I'm gonna take and grab another one and put it on my GPU end. So then at that point in time, I'll have one chiller for my CPU end, one chiller for my GPU end, and that'll be pretty much that. Yeah, first time I've ever ran chillers. First time I've ever ran a chiller in my life. Now I'm doing it, and I may experiment with different types of chillers, but I don't know how many of them. Excuse me. I don't know how many of them I'm actually going to experiment with, for the simple fact of these things are expensive. Yeah, I got this one at a $100 discount. So yeah, these things are expensive. Yeah, with that being said, almost 11 minutes in. I don't want this to go any further, so hopefully everybody's have a good day, night, morning, evening, wherever it is, wherever you're at. Till next time, I'm out. Later.